Just had a fish take some line on this rod. I'm gonna try to bogey grip him. That fish just got bigger. If I get him in, it'd be my biggest fish of the day. I think I'm gonna need the net. Hey folks, I'm Dieter Melhorn. Come along with me on this trip as we go drifting for fall blue catfish. Wondering why I'm drifting instead of anchoring, I'll be honest with you. Today would be an easy day to anchor anywhere you wanted to. There's no wind. It would really be a great day to anchor. But honestly, it's fall. For me, I think it's a great time to cover water and find out where the fish are. I've not fished this lake. I've got to fish it the past few days, but I haven't been on it a lot this year. So don't know exactly what's going on. Pretty much feel like the fish are scattered, and that's the best way to get them. And there's not a consistent big fish bite in specific areas. Now, if they were releasing water and I was in the river, probably would do some anchoring. I may try some anchoring later, I don't know, but I just think as with no wind, I control and go exactly where I want to go with the boat. And if I want to like put it right on the edge of a river channel ledge, I can do that. If I want to stay on a flat, I can. If I want to just bump the bank, you know, dodging as I call it, I can do that today while the wind's calm. So that's why I'm trolling today. You'll catch fish either way, I think. But this is just a good way. I can try this area, maybe troll down through here for, 30 minutes. Oop, there goes a rod. Boom, planer board. Planer board. He folded it over. Right as I was saying that. It's a good bite on that fish. Boom, there he goes. As I was saying, you can troll down through here and maybe get onto a good fish. That said, I'm gonna get my other cameras rolling and try to put this fish in the boat. Yeah, folks, if you're looking for real reality TV, that was it right there. You can't schedule that to happen. That was a cool little bite there right when I was taping that. Let's see if we can get this planer board off of here. Maybe not. Good fish. I'm right, kind of come up out of a channel a little bit here. Let me get this board off. Free it up just to make my battle a little bit easier here with this fish. We're not tournament fishing, so we can kind of play around with them a little bit. Get that around that. That. A little bit of a line tangle here going on. I think he may have went back to the other side of the boat. I'm gonna say this fish must be hooked good if I can do all this line finagling to get to him. He's up toward the top. He's swimming all over. Let's get him clear of all. See if we can get him clear of all these lines and get him in here. I think he's almost swimming off like a striper the way he's kind of all over the place. Oh, blue cat. Kapah. Come here, big boy. Get your mouth open, it'll be easier. Roll that right out of there. Blue cat, these long fish in this lake. There. Boy, he hit it like he was a lot bigger. You got a lot of energy, big guy. Get him back alive. Wow, you don't get days that are this calm. Of course, that's the beauty of fishing during the week. It's also the beauty of fishing in the fall when pretty much all the pleasure boat traffic is gone. It's dead, slick, calm out here. There's no wind. Nothing is stirring. I'm actually using the trolling motor to move the boat. Just dragging the edge of a river channel right now, trying to just see where some fish are. The water has kind of a dark swampy look to it is the best way I know to describe it. It's kind of looks like what we call a turnover on our lake, but it's not really a turnover like you would get on a northern lake, a big still reservoir, but there does seem to be a change that happens in the fall to where some of this, I guess you would call it swampy looking water comes to the top. And usually that happens when you get a temperature drop, which we've had about a 10-degree temperature drop. So it's just kind of a little bit of a, I guess you would call somewhat of an inversion. We had a pretty good temperature drop here lately. But usually it's bad for the fishing, so we'll see what happens. Don't know if that's what happened, but it does have a much darker look to it where I'm at right now fishing. So we're going to drag some baits, pull them through here, enjoy a beautiful fall day. See if I can catch some catfish. Tuck it over pretty good. Pretty impressive bite. There. There he is. Feels like he's wrapped up. Not a big fish, but he hit it like really hard. Planter board got buried. We'll take it. Coming across this flat one a pretty good ways here. No real good bites. And finally this one bit. Easy, easy. Samurai, quit spinning. What's interesting is my sinker came off. I'm not sure if my sinker was off before the fight or after I hooked up. Anyway, another long one, another long-bodied fish. About that size I thought we was going to get into today. Get him back alive. I'm going to keep drifting across here. I'm going to put a weight back on here, obviously. And yeah, going to keep making a pull across here for a little ways. The bite doesn't pick up though. I'm going to reel him in and make a move. We might go to a creek mouth or something. Now for me, fall's always been one of my more favorite seasons. It's when things start to get cool. We start to get that transition from the heat of the summer to the coming winter. I'm a hunter. I deer hunt. And ever since I was a kid, I look forward to being in the woods, whether it be chasing deer, chasing squirrels, whatever. It was just nice to be out in the woods when it's cooler. So it's an exciting time of the year for me. As I've said before, a lot of my time is spent in the woods deer hunting, but that's kind of the early fall. The late fall into the early winters when I really get a lot of time on the water and really start chasing trophy fish. So I'm lucky and blessed that I'm a year-round fisherman. Where we live, we can fish year-round. Granted, it's cold some days, but we can get on the water. Nothing freezes over. The fish continue to bite, and some of the best fishing of the year actually comes in our winter months. So, but yeah, fall, I love it. This is beautiful. Thank you, Lord, for letting me be out here and enjoying this peacefulness. No ski boats, jet skis, or any of that stuff. All that's pretty much behind us, and we just get to kick back and enjoy this wonderful creation and maybe catch a fish. It's funny. I was making this, hadn't got bit here in a few minutes. And I said, I'm gonna call my wife. I probably ain't gonna get bit. It's like these fish hear her voice, and boom, a rod goes over. I had to hang up on her. Honey, I'm sorry I hung up on you. You know what that means. It means I'm catching a fish. Not a big one, but we'll take it. I'm just letting the wind carry me. Ooh, come on, pop it, baby. Just letting the wind carry this drift all the way out. It's not on fire, but it's gonna keep on going. Sorry about the wind noise. I'm gonna fix that here in a second. The wind's picked up a bunch here in the last little bit. It's actually a better looking fish. Better looking body on that one. Yeah, that's right, girl. I said you got a better body. Look at it there. A little belly on that one. We're getting them with some muscle bed fish here. Good fish. A little better body. Looks like a female. Get back alive. Called the wife back too. Bam. Alright, try to get my windscreen back on here. Anyway, I went to reel this rod in just to check bait. There's a dadgum fish on it. I think it's a fish. They're dragging a limb, maybe dragging a limb. Waiting for a head shake. Maybe pulling a limb. I just know it had weight on it. Well, it's swimming. If it's a limb, it's got fins. Declare. I swear, this fish hit this bait, and it either sat there or it hit it when I picked the rod up. I swear. Been a long male right there. Got it. Another one that looks almost emaciated. They're just really long and not thick. I've seen a bunch of these. That's a male most likely. They're just really long and not real pretty. Not real healthy looking. Not sure what's up with that. Spawn's been over for a while. You'd think these fish would be a little bit better shape. I don't know. It's crazy. I've noticed it the past couple of days out here fishing. These long fish that don't have any body weight to them. Interesting. Well, there you go, folks. My Glass Lake water came to an end. Got a little wind going now. Finally started rolling in from the east like they were predicting today. So almost made a 90-degree turn in the area that I'm drifting. Going through, went ahead and threw out a small drift sock just to slow the boat down, keeping it right at 0.5. This is just a light breeze coming across the water. It's just going to change the direction of what I'm covering. I'm up onto a big flat now, so we'll see what happens here. If I like what I'm seeing here, I'll keep fishing it. If not, I'll reset and make another drag. I like a little bit of a breeze, to be perfectly honest. I'd rather have a little bit of a steady wind. East is not my favorite. Winds from the east, fish bite the least, so they say. But I've had some pretty good days when I've had an east wind. So we'll see what happens here. See if we can catch one. Let's see. I thought there was a fish on here. I was just getting over here. I had some rods moved over, or kind of leaning over. Get over here toward the bank. This may be a wind-blown bank kind of bite. Wind's been kind of blowing easterly to northeasterly for a few days now. I kind of came across that flat, didn't get bit real good. I get over here a couple hundred yards from the bank, get out of the drift sock, and I'm picking off fish. This is just a channel cat. I may have one on this other rod too. Point being, might be some stuff going on. This could be a little wind-blown deal. What happens is the wind blows in a certain direction for a while. It blows, yep, there's a fish on that one. It blows the plankton and everything toward that side, causes it to kind of drift. And with that, so goes the fish. See if I can wrangle this fish in. Yeah, he's on there. Boom. This is like 3 fish within a matter of minutes here. So I'll try to work him to the outside. It's a small fish. He's kind of up on top already. But yeah, that could be what's going on here. We're going to see. I'm going to try to let the wind just carry me right over into the bank. If I can get him out of that line I just put in. A little angling action here. Boom, we got a rod going behind me. I don't know if you can see that. where they're at. Wow. A lot of action here in a hurry. About the only thing that's changed is just getting closer to the bank. Another long blue cat. Catching them on pretty much all the rigs equally. This is just a normal peg float with a line rattle. I've caught them on the Demon Dragon style. I'm catching them on all of them. Let's get this rod, see if he's still there. Stay button. Folded it good. Hopefully y'all can see that in the video. I don't feel like he's on there. Unless he's coming at the boat. Don't feel it. Don't feel any action on that one. Nope. That was a big perch head. That's probably why. For some of these smaller fish, they're not going to take them perch heads. They're not going to be able to eat them. All right, let's check all these baits. Get everything situated. Make sure all our baits are good. Catch some fish. I think while I had my back turned, I was dealing with, yep, that looks like a fish. While I was dealing with that other one over there, I think we hooked up here. See if I can pop it free. Sometimes you can get these things to pop loose, sometimes you can. He's on there. Still slowly working toward the bank. It's just all of a sudden, man, it's like getting hit over here. Is it a mussel bed? I don't know. Let's see if I can get this board loose real quick and take it off. Guys, you'll see me do this. What I try to do is keep that line tight while I'm doing it. The critical part is when you release it. I've still got tension on the line. You got to kind of keep the rod, a little spring action, a little bow action going on there. If I was tournament fishing, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd pop the board, have somebody with a net, none of that, and just leave it. But boom, I got another rod going. Look at that. That one is screaming right there. That's a better fish. That's a better fish. Good looking fish. Let's handle this one first. Well, look how he slimed that line up there. Dang. Good fish. There's a pile of these fish in this lake. Future generation of blue cats. A pile of them in here this size. It's kind of what I thought we'd get into today. Back alive. Bam! Get that bait in. I may have two fish over here unless that one got into another line. I'll deal with this line. You can see a rod going over behind me. Again, like I said, they're hitting all kinds of stuff. This one's got one of my homemade Demon Dragons on there. Got some videos out on that. Just search my channel and you'll see how to make them. Demon Dragons for $1. I think that's what I called it. So let me get a planer board on this. Pretty cool video. You can learn how to make a Demon Dragon, homemade one, paint them yourself. Cost you about $1. Or you can buy them. If you ain't got time to do it, can't paint, don't want to order stuff, buy you some. All depends what's easiest for you. They work, they catch fish. They're not a miracle cure, but they work. I like the inline rattles from Hooker's Terminal Tackle also. So I'm getting this line here situated. All right, let's see what's on this side of the boat. Uh-oh, that's a mess right there. That probably did not hook up. That was actually a line that was going out. He's probably not hooked up. Let's get that line straight. Put a clicker on, that'll help. There we go. Pretty sure there's a fish on this rod. I'm gonna check this one real quick. What happened was I had some line going out. Just put that rod back in the water. I think something hit it, bird nested it, and loaded it up. Doesn't feel like there's a fish on it though. He probably said, forget this noise. and jumped over on this other rod, which looks like there's a fish on it. It's up toward the top of the water. Let me just check this, make sure this bait's okay. Yep, that's that bigger perch head again. I'm gonna secure that bait. It does look like something popped it. Pitch it back out there, let it float back. There we go. Let's check this one. Yep, it's on there. It is on there. The beginning's on top of the water. Blues are notorious for going to the top of the water when they get hooked up. Don't know why that is, but they do it. I'll Tim in. Got a lot of line out. It's an old guide trick. You got to put that line out, you put it way back, especially if you're catching little fish. That way when your guide party goes to reeling, they get to reel forever. Wear them out on 2-pound fish. Maybe a rod right there going. That there's into something. I may be into one of these lines. That could be what's happening here. This bait was way back. Way back. In the offshore trolling world, they've got a whole name for it. I think it's WTFD. It's the line that's way back. I got all my line spooled back on straight, that's for sure. Let's see here. Let's do something. Line. I see a rod folding behind me. It's control chaos right here, guys. Control chaos. I got him. I'm not sure what rods have fish, which ones don't. This one's still going back out. Easy. That came on a perch head. Roll that one out. Kabam! Fishy, fishy. I told you I thought there was going to be a bunch of 8, 10, 12-pound fish today. And that's what we're getting. Good fishing. Let's go look and see what's on this side of the boat now. What a mess. It's a good mess to have. You can see we're getting closer and closer to the bank over here. And that's where the fish are. Again, wind blows the plankton. Bait fish go to the plankton. Medium-sized fish go to the bait fish. And the hungry catfish follow. When you get 2 or 3 days in a row of it, one direction, it can be a good formula to follow. I think my old buddy Mac Byram teaching me that. Guys, we are stroking the fish today. I was wondering there for a while where the fish were. Why they weren't biting. It's a healthier looking fish. A female. I was wondering where they were at. I think we at least found them for now. We found something that's working. Boom, hooked up again. Amazing. This is that slack line from a minute ago that I was looking at, and I was like, maybe there's a fish on it. Decided to check it. Guess what? There's a fish on it. He hit it and took off to parts unknown. See if we can work him around all these rods. He kind of went to the other side of the boat. If I get him to the top, I can clear up a mess here. Ah, he's in a planer board. Yeah, this could be a mess. This could be a reset of lines here. Boom, there goes another rod. Yeah, I have a reset going on here with rods. That one's barely hooked. He may pop loose. Let's see. Easy. Got him. Another one. My old favorite green demon dragon rattle. Good looking fish. A little healthier looking, still long, good color. Another one. Yeah. Unreal. Guess what? Hooked on another one. I was just taking in a planer board. That was kind of run amok. I may just do away with the planer boards. I don't know that I'm catching any more fish on the planer boards by having them out, so I may put those up. There goes another rod, I think, right there. Unless I'm in that line. Yeah, I'm in that line. That's what that is. A little small channel cat making a mess here, so. Yep, he's taking it down pretty good. I think I'm going to have to go to this side of the boat with him. Probably the easiest. Get the cameras moved around there. There he is. There he is. Poof. Let's see where he's going to go here. I'll stay in between the lines, and life gets real easy for me. Ah, he's in that line, dadgummit. See if I cleared it. I think he's outside that one too. Yep. He's kind of got a mind of his own. I'm gonna move some rods around here. They're going to stay down. Just seen an air bubble. I don't think he's that big. Just seen an air bubble. I don't think he's that big. He's thrashing like he is. Get that fish in the boat. It's a good fish. It's a real good fish. Let me take it. Ow, get that hook out of my finger. It's a good one. Nice fish. Nice fish. They're up here. Get him dropped back in the water. Just had a fish take some line on this rod. Getting up here very close to the bank now. Like I'm coming into a school of white bass or something. Let me see where this side this fish is going to. Yeah, I was fiddling with some rods and heard the telltale zit, zit, zit. It's a good bend right there. Might be a good fish. Can't tell. I think he's going to the other side. Let's deal with him over there. Oh yeah. Yeah, he pulled a little line right there. I'm less than 100 yards off the bank now. Let's see, where are we at here? We got all kinds of a mess. Got the line around the drift sock. The boat's barely moving. Let's see. Get the drift sock to come this way so I can pop free of it. Yep, boom. Fish is straight under the boat now. Crazy fishing, folks. Crazy fishing. Not sure if this one's a netter or not. He's definitely excited to see me. If you're wondering, in about 12 feet of water. Oh yeah, good fish. Long fish. Long fish. He's gonna go back down. Nice long fish. I'm gonna try to boga grip him. Good fish. Good fish. If I get him in, it'd be my biggest fish of the day. Yep, I said that. That fish just got bigger. I'm gonna net him. It's a good looking fish, guys. No belly, but a lot of length. It's a very long fish. Very long fish. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, and here are a couple of more videos that I think you're going to like.